What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. January's here, which means it's time to discuss my most anticipated movies of the month. I skipped over this video for December because of just how much I had going on, and I apologize for that, but now we're back on track. So before we begin, let me know in the comments which movies this month you're most looking forward to seeing. As always, this is just a reminder that this will be in order of release date and not ranked by how much I'm anticipating each movie. Also, make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like these videos, as it helps me out immensely by getting my content out there. And if you're new here, I hope you consider hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with reviews of new releases, older films, hidden gems, and so much more on a near daily basis. Now, while I normally do 10 movies for these lists and 15 when it's towards the end of the year, since January doesn't have that many big releases, and even from what we are getting, I really wouldn't say I'm excited for all of them. So for this month, this will just be 5 movies, and this won't include either George Clooney's The Tender Bar nor The Tragedy of Macbeth, which do get streaming releases this month. I've seen those go on people's January 2022 list, but for all intents and purposes, those are still 2021 movies as far as I'm concerned, as they're in the middle of limited theatrical releases and can currently be seen should you choose to go to a theater. Had I done this list last month, they would have gone there. But anyway, let's not waste any more time, and let's jump into the list. Kicking things off is A Hero. The Iranian selection for Best International Feature at the Oscars may be a 2021 movie for some, depending on where you live, which is also why it qualifies for this year's Oscars, but this is only hitting the US this month. Brought to us by the same director as the excellent 2011 drama A Separation, this thriller sees a man imprisoned for a debt he couldn't repay, who attempts to get the complaint withdrawn, only for things to go awry. The film looks beautifully shot, and it's been receiving rave reviews since it hit Cannes last year. Considering what this director is already known for, and given all of its awards buzz, this looks like it'll be a great way to kick off the year. This hits theaters on the 7th, followed by an Amazon Prime release on the 21st. See for Me follows blind former skier named Sophie, who cat sits at a secluded mansion, only for 3 thieves to invade it for a hidden safe. With the help of an army veteran named Kelly, with whom she speaks to over an app, she'll have to defend herself from the invaders and survive. This thriller had its premiere at Tribeca last year, where it received positive reviews. It seems like a pretty straightforward story with a somewhat novelty premise, but it appears like it'll be a good bit of fun from director Randall Okito in his second feature film. It doesn't seem like anything that will reinvent the wheel, but given the positive reception it's been getting, I expect it to be a solid B-movie, and this has both a limited theatrical release as well as a VOD release on the 7th. Belle focuses on a shy high school student named Suzu, who lives in a rural village. For years, she's been a shadow of herself, but when she enters a massive virtual world, she escapes into her online persona as Belle, a globally beloved singer. This sci-fi anime premiered in Japan and a few other countries last summer, but it finally is making its way to North America and more this month. While a completely original story, the film has been described as a mix between Beauty and the Beast and The Matrix. In addition to its originality, the film looks visually spectacular, and given this online persona is heavily involved in music, I also look forward to what original songs comprise the soundtrack. This one should be a good time, and it hits theaters on the 14th. Scream, also known as Scream 5, takes place 25 years after the brutal murders in Woodsboro, where now a new killer has donned the Ghostface mask and begins targeting a group of teenagers to resurrect secrets from the town's deadly past. Probably the one movie everyone's most excited for this month, this will mark the first Scream film not helmed by Wes Craven due to his passing in 2015. And it's instead directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette, the duo behind 2019's fun horror comedy Ready or Not. And while Scream's never been officially classified as a horror comedy, its entire premise is predicated on a lot of meta gags revolving around knowledge of the horror genre and using those to the character's advantage, which has me thinking these two will be a great fit for this movie. I can see it having a bit of a more of the same vibe with some modern touches and playing upon people's nostalgia, but given the series in general usually goes for fun mixed with thrills, I can see it being a major positive, so count me excited. And just a heads up, I will be doing a Scream review series right after this, so be on the lookout for those reviews. But as for this hits theaters on the 14th. And finally, Cyrano stars Peter Dinklage as the title character, a wordsmith in love with a woman named Roxanne, but instead helps a young man named Christian to win her affections. This is another one that people will classify as a 2021 movie. It had a 1-week release in LA in December, so it could qualify for this year's Oscars, but given how little access everyone else had to it otherwise, for all intents and purposes, I'm calling it a 2022 movie. But based on the stage musical of the same name, which in turn is based on the 1897 play Cyrano de Bergerac, this seems like something of a return to form for director Joe Wright after the long-delayed and critically panned The Woman in the Window last year. Dinklage reprises his role from the musical, which also contained music from members of the band The National, who also returned to arrange the music here. I've actually seen the original stage musical, and I was impressed by its against-the-grain feel and how it detracted from being a traditional musical, with characters weaving in and out of song and spoken dialogue without skipping a beat, rather than everything feeling like a show-stopping song and dance. So I'm very curious to see how it translates to the film, if it's even done in the same style. But either way, I'm excited. Dinklage is always reliable, Joe Wright's usually solid, plus you have Haley Bennett and Kelvin Harrison Jr. in the supporting roles, so this should be a solid watch, and it hits theaters on the 28th. And that's what we have to look forward to in January, and hopefully it stays this way, as we just got word that Morbius, which was initially also supposed to release this month, just got pushed back till April. Not that that would have been included on this list, to be perfectly honest, but hopefully it's not a sign of more to come. And hopefully things stay stable otherwise through the rest of the year. But we'll see. Whatever does come out this month, be on the lookout for those reviews coming soon. And in the meantime, let me know, which movies are you looking forward to in January? Was it anything I listed here? Was it something I left off? Let me know in the comments below so we can discuss. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and keep having fun with film.